Good morning, Warrior First 931. I'm your host, Joe Kelly Walker Slaughter. We have a long list of people on this show this morning. I'm so grateful and thankful for. But first and foremost, we want to say thanks again to our community weather sponsors, Reddick Brown Ford. Right now in McMinnville, it is 51 degrees. It's going to be the high today is thankfully, praise God, 65 degrees. And again, guys, it's going to just get a little bit warmer, but it's going to be maybe, hopefully by the end of this week, 70. But it is also supposed to rain too. So,
of course.
Let's just cross our fingers. But tonight's low is going to be a chilling 35 degrees. But it's supposed to be sunny skies today, tomorrow, and Thursday. And then maybe, hopefully, as the weather changes, because again, Tennessee weather, you never know what you're going to get. It is saying potentially a chance of 65% chance of rain on Friday. So hopefully it'll just keep pushing it further and further away.
And maybe it'll just go away altogether.
Yeah, maybe. Just evaporate away.
Yeah.
But, of course, no stranger to the Warren County community. We have with us with McMinnville Special Games, Holly McBride.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming on the show. So you have got, and again, I love being a part of the text thread because it keeps me informed. Mm-hmm. Can anybody be a part of the text thread?
Absolutely.
How can you do that?
You go to our website, McMinnvillespecialgames.com, and then just click the link, join text alerts, and fill out the little form.
Yeah, it's really simple, easy. It takes like less than 2 minutes, honestly.
Yeah.
And you get informed. So, and whether you have a child or an adult or a teen, I should say, like any age,
or whether you just want to be a volunteer or just to stay included in what we're doing, you're welcome to join the text alert program.
And with that, these past couple of text messages, let's start with what before we get to the big one. Today is the last day for signups for the Christmas party.
Yes, we have an adult Christmas social that will be on December the 6th.
Okay.
And we used to get them all the same thing, but now we do kind of an angel tree situation. So today is the last day for them to register and put in their sizes and what it is that they would like to have from Santa.
Okay.
So that form is on our Facebook page, and today is the last day. And I know everybody has not registered because I looked at it right before I got here. So get on there and get registered. Today's the last day because then we'll put those out to the public. That'll be on my personal Facebook page, and if you want to get number 5 and number 6 or whatever, the large gift is a $20 limit. And then this year they're going to get a T-shirt, a sweatshirt, and they get to pick their favorite snack and their favorite sweet treat. So it's just something fun to do for the community to get involved and help play Santa.
And with the community being helpful in this, do y'all ever look for sponsors?
Not for the Christmas party per se, because we asked the community members to get involved.
Okay.
But if you wanted to sponsor 4 or 5 and you wanted to just write me a check,
that's what I was going to ask. Like, because can they call you guys at the enrichment center?
Well, actually, just the main number is my cell number.
Okay.
I tried to call the enrichment center. It was about 2 months ago, and it just rang and rang. I don't even know if the phone's hooked up there. Everybody has cell phones. Everybody all
have these.
Yeah. So, but just if you want to get in touch with me to sponsor, 931-808-8816. It rings 24/7,
and let it be.
I'll be there.
And another awesome thing that you're doing for the community with McMinnville Special Games is basketball and now cheerleading.
Yes. We've had basketball for several years, and it has been a phenomenal activity for these guys. They really do enjoy being on a team and being the stars. And they get to do that with McMinnville Special Games. And speaking of landlines, there's
rings all the time here, all the time.
And but this year, one of our board members, Dara Holt, she said, "What do you think about cheerleading?" I said, "Well, we've expressed it before. We tried to see if anybody would be interested. We just never really could get any takers. But I sent it out on the text.
You did?
Hey, who would be interested in being involved? And we have, I think, 10 or 12 signed up. And but now you can still get your child or adult signed up. It's just ages 5 and up. Doesn't have to be, no cheerleading experience necessary because we're gonna. I've already had some high school cheerleaders reach out to me and want to get involved. And Braden Lefevre, I think she's going to be helping us. And of course, we're going to try to do some simple cheers. Not we. I'm not getting there.
I have a feeling that you will eventually go over there and be like, let's go.
I might.
I could see you going over there in a minute.
I might.
Because with the music that's being played, I mean, it's always a fun time. And they're like,
Tag Martin always does
great job.
Yes, he always does an amazing job with the music. And so, if they wanted me to get out there, I would do anything for them.
So are we saying there may be like a fun halftime show?
There might,
Oh, I
love it. I'll get my pom-poms out.
Yeah, I love that. And then I did also notice that T-shirt sales are going on. Was that one of the messages?
Yes, and that was something I'd really like to push this year if we can. We've got new basketball T-shirts and, of course, cheerleading T-shirts available. And you can go to our Facebook page. And, of course, it's just McMinnville Special Games. And just click on, and you can buy it. You can have it shipped to you for a small fee, or you can have it shipped to me for free, and I'll get it to you when I come in. And they're really cute. We've done pink for the cheerleading, and it's just McMinnville Special Games Cheer Champs is what they're going to be called. And then, of course, our basketball colors are black and silver, and they always like the red shirts. So,
and if anybody's never been to one of the games, I was lucky enough to accompany a couple with my niece Madeline. And when you talk about the volunteers, I can't remember what she called it. That program, was it the basketball buddies?
Yes,
and that's what you're looking for.
Absolutely,
right now.
We can't do the basketball league without our basketball buddies, because not everyone, if we have 25 or 30 kids and adults on the team, then probably half of those need someone to go with them up and down the court, give them a little assistance, maybe just
push wheelchairs,
just direct. Sometimes they just need a little direction. Hey, you run that way, and it takes a whole troop of people, and of course we never have enough. You can never have enough basketball buddies, and so that's another thing. If you want to sign up for those text alerts and or reach out to me, then we can get you set up for that.
And then another cool thing I want to talk about the basketball game before I get your final thoughts for today is the teams that you guys play. It's like, again, community effort.
Yes,
I've seen I've seen the police department.
Yes, we play against the police department. We play against the sheriff's department. The ambulance service has played us. We've had Caney Fork and McMinnville Electric linemen come and play. We've had a team of nurses one time. Of course, the fire department. It's wonderful to see how excited the teams get, and not just our kids and our adults, but the actual, the community teams that come to play. They really do enjoy it. Yeah. Last year we did something that we had never done, was the school board.
Oh my gosh. I bet that was a blast.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I hope they come back, because that was a good one.
And I would put a challenge out to our own basketball teams, They
come. They do.
They do?
They do. Yeah. There's one that we play. We kind of make them a co-ed team. So we play Warren County High School boys and girls. Yeah. And we also play Boyd.
Okay.
Yeah. So they get to play their peers. And that's very important to the special needs community.
I like how, especially with the inclusion, we have to include, like, it's like you said, I would love you to reiterate what you said at the meeting the other day, or a couple weeks ago, about the community hub potentially, for jobs for these kids, or for these adults that struggle getting jobs, because maybe an owner might be a little
hesitant.
Yeah, good word to use.
Yes, we've tried several attempts. Well, 2 very large attempts to start an employment program, and it has failed every time, because people are hesitant. They're reluctant to hire someone that has severe special needs, because maybe possibly the liability or just the unknown. And I think that this community hub coming. And I know not everybody's a fan, and that's okay. But it's an opportunity for these guys to show our community what they're capable of, because they are capable of a lot of things. They can do a lot, and given the opportunity, they would be able to do it for small business or even large business owners here in Warren County. And we've got to give them the opportunity to show themselves.
And another thing I would love to add to that is giving. It's not just, people with special needs. It's people in general. When you give people a purpose to live, like whether that's a job or play a basketball game or go pick up trash, whatever the case may be, when somebody has a purpose for something, it gives them
Yeah, absolutely.
That thing.
Our special needs community wants to give back to this area. They just have to have opportunities to do so.
She says, Holly, would basketball buddies be good for high school schoolers looking for service hours?
Absolutely. Yes, we honor all service hours for Beta Club, NHS. I can't think of
Tennessee Promise.
Yes, Tennessee Promise.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Melody's got you.
Yeah. Thanks, Melody. She's keeping me on. She's keeping me on track here.
Because they need set hours each year. So there you go.
Yes. We do that a lot. We don't do adult community service hours any longer. My phone rang too much.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, but now if you've got a teenager that's got a speeding ticket, and we work with those guys and are happy to do so, because if we can get some young people involved, that's what we want, because one of these days I'm gonna be too old to do this. So
somebody's got to replace you.
Somebody's gonna have to take over.
That's what I tell my son all the time. I go, I've got you set up.
Yeah.
You want to do a YouTube channel? Just when I'm ready to try, you just step right in.
Yeah. So it's super important to get the young people in this community involved in what we're doing, and that's a good way to do it.
And also the inclusion part. I think it has changed a lot of the way people act when you get involved with somebody that might not be the same skin color, the same age, or the same abilities as one has. And, when my son was younger, I have to say this before we let you go, he was like, Mom, what's wrong with that person? And I said, there's nothing wrong with them. They were just born uniquely. Yeah. And I said, you as well. God created you, everybody, each uniquely made.
Yeah.
And so I go, if everybody was the same, we would be bored.
Yeah.
I go, if we woke up and we're all wearing gray shirts with pull-up or hoodies and stuff, and have we love, you go cauliflower or applesauce. One, we'd be just a boring little place.
Well, our motto is we are all different, so no one's different. That just, and I don't know if you know Temple Grandin. Temple Grandin she's actually a professor with autism, and her main thing that she says is, I am different, not less. And I love that. And we quote Miss Temple quite often. She's probably in her 60s by now.
I was going to say, she reminds me of...
There's a movie.
Mr. Charlie
Fitch,
Yes. Yeah. Smart as a tack.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Charlie's one of our best participants / volunteers. He is...
I love him.
Yes, I think the whole community loves Charlie. But Temple is nationally known, and there's a movie about her. So if you want a feel-good movie, and I believe it's just called Temple Grandin. I think that's the name of the movie. I believe so.
As it should be.
Yeah. And but that gives you an insight into what someone with a disability or a condition can do, because she's amazing.
I love this. Melody is saying on here, I still think all high schoolers should be required to get a certain number of service hours each semester as part of their grade. Hey, why not?
I'm on board.
Or maybe special needs is how we are all supposed to be, and people considered to be normal are actually the ones who are different. Change your thinking.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
So any final thoughts before we cut to break?
No, just thank you for having me.
Anytime.
We are always looking for volunteers. We are always looking for sponsors. And the best way to stay in touch and informed is that text alert program. You just go to our website, click join text alerts, and
y'all send out so many messages.
Well, I try not to.
No, I love it. I want to say I love that because it shows that y'all are involved with your projects. You're involved in the community. You're involved
it's something
in your
every day.
Yes.
McMinnville Special Games is not, we don't, people I think see us out in the community every couple of months at these large events, but this is a 24/7, I call it like a full corporation, and it takes a whole team of us to make it work. And I do have a good team, but we are looking for more.
Okay. And when is the first official basketball game? Do we know yet?
Don't have the schedule just yet, but we practice in January and our games start. Oh, I do know. It'll be the first Saturday in February.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know what that date is, but the first Saturday.
I can tell you before I let you go.
And we play at the Pentecostals of McMinnville. church building, which is the old Northside School. I think it will always be the old Northside School.
February 7th.
Okay,
is the first Saturday.
So our first game will be February the 7th, and but we'll be getting in touch with our community teams, the sheriff's department, police department, and getting them.
Well, we'll make sure to be there. We'll do some live popping
podcast
podcast over there, like we did last time.
And I hope that Tag Martin, Tag Ski Entertainment, is on board. I haven't really spoken to him, but I'm just gonna say he is.
Challenge accepted. If not Tag, I'll do it. Okay, I'll take over. I love being DJ.
Hey,
like me and Walker could do that.
Hey, there you go. But we certainly appreciate the whole, the community coming out and just sitting in the stands and cheering them on, because it's amazing. It's a wonderful thing. And now we're gonna have the cheerleaders. So during halftime, they're gonna be. Yeah, I'm super excited about it.
I can't wait.
I know.
Molly.
I'm
is excited. New year, new things.
Yep, that's right.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we're going to have Randy England, because it is Super Tuesday. We actually have two special guests. We have Randy England and Bo Ramsey. Again, every Tuesday, I've promised you we'll have somebody that's coming up in the 2026 election that's running. And so we got a county commissioner that's rerunning, as well as a new opportunity for maybe a new sheriff as well. But we're going to get more into that later on the show. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City, and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Visit McMinnville Lawn and Garden at 129 Keel Drive, where we've been serving our community since 1995. With a rock-solid reputation for excellent service, our dedicated team is here to help you find the best lawnmowers, leaf blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and more. We proudly carry top brands like Echo, Stihl, Shindala, Gravely, Cub Cadet, and Skag. Take advantage of our early spring service, free pickup, and a discount on service. Plus, from chainsaws to gardening tools, we've got you covered for storm season. Trust the experts at McMinnville Lawn and Garden, where quality and customer satisfaction come first. Call us today at 815-5296.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535. Welcome back, Warren First 931. I am your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter, and it is Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday.
And, I'm so grateful to have everybody that can come on my show. And I know Randy England is just as busy as I am, but luckily he was off today from school. And so, first and foremost, I wanted to do a plug about what's going on with the school right now.
Well, we are in the full strides of our construction program at school. Mm-hmm. It's a mess, but it's a workable mess.
Yep.
And they're building all the way around us. Starting tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, mm-hmm. the entrance will be coming in off of Cadillac Lane off that way. And so they're changing our entrance around just because they can get equipment in there and what have you. Everything's going on good there. We are going to have open house this Thursday night from 4 to 6. Every program will be open, and if people want to come and see what we're doing, if you want to bring your seniors out there to see, what's available and what's going on, or if you're an older person, I have 2 people in my class that's in their 50s, you know. And so
age is just a number.
That's right. And I always remember that if you're 24 or older, you can Reconnect. It pays for
Reconnect.
It pays for everything but your books,
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a sweet deal.
Yeah.
And so, but we'll be there from 4 to 6. Like I say, it's a little. We'll have people directing for where to park and what have you. I don't think that'll be an issue, but be coming in a little different way, And we got used to it. It's the curves we have to go through to get in our new building. It's going to be really, really nice. There's going to be a lot of new programs, and it's going to be nice. We just got to get through we got about another year, probably about another year.
I always say it's like when you grow out your hair, you got to go through the ugly to get where you need to get to that layer.
Well, we're going through
the ugly.
You're going through
the ugly right now.
Yeah.
But also too, I've got you on because of course the 2026 election is coming up, and a lot of of course we made the announcement last week that we found out. I believe District 9 was Stephen Hilton's, wasn't it?
It is.
Yep. That he has announced early that he is not planning on rerunning. And so I'll say this again, anybody that is not running or that's not going to rerun, let me say it this way, or people aren't reelecting, you're welcome to come on my show. I'm going to be reaching out to you each and every week, guys, and just get back with me. But every Tuesday we try to get somebody on. And so you're rerunning for your district, which is
District 8.
District 8. And is this, we talked about this, and I know you did want to mention it. Is this going to be your last year? What is the game plan for Randy England?
Well, I'd like to run one more time because we've got a lot of good stuff going on. We've accomplished a whole lot in just the last 4 years. I'd like to see some of that completed and gone through. And I'm going to retire in about 3 or 4 years, and I think that will work out with my retirement. And I'd like to have one more time with the county commission, and then I'd like to pass on the torch to someone else after that.
And talking about passing the torch, if there's people that may be interested from your district, would you be, if say, let's just do a hypothetical, if you won, would you be encourage people to hey, come and ask me questions if you're interested in taking over the next 4 years? Just because
let me tell you, you cannot
pave them away.
You just have to be 18 years old and been a resident for 6 months.
Oh. You're kidding me.
I think that's right.
18?
You can be 18.
Oh, well, I guess, when you can vote, that would make sense.
But you have to be a resident for 6, prove that you lived in for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then you can run for an office. Yeah, you can run. You can run for many offices.
Oh, wow.
And, but getting the young people, that's what we need. We need some
younger people.
But they need to come and learn what's going on because there's so many committees and so many things. Like me, I'm on 5 committees, and it's very hard. I serve on the
County Correction and Partnership,
which
was yesterday.
And I didn't get to go to that one.
I'll send you the video.
I've been out. I've had family problems.
We've been praying for you.
I appreciate that.
As we talked about it last week on the show, we've been praying for Randy. He just he lost his dad recently.
But I'm on the County Correction Partnership where I'm the chairman.
Okay.
And then I'm on the Safety and the Beer Board Committee where I serve.
Yesterday too.
And I serve as a co-chairman. And then Highway and Bridge Committee, and I serve as co-chairman. We have a meeting today at 4 o'clock.
That's right.
And then I'm on the Opioid Committee, and I'm on the Nonprofit Committee.
Okay.
So the Opioid Committee, that's a brand new one.
I was going to say, we've had that gentleman come on and talk with us.
Keith. And let me tell you, that's a result with no tax dollars because that's, as you probably mentioned, that's the money from the settlement, from opioid settlements, from Walmarts and Walgreens and that. And it's trickled down. A lot of paperwork in order to get that money, but we've had people that has in Justin's office and Terry and all that bunch, and they have really, and we've got quite a bit. And the way I understand things, if we continue doing what we're doing, we can get money up to about 2037, I believe.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah. So,
talking about the journey on this, and I know you've been in this seat for how many years now?
Well, it was 7 years this go around, or be 8 coming up. And then I was county commissioner from 94 to 98.
So what started you back in the 90s to get started with politics and be a part, even to make the decision to become a county commissioner?
Well, I went to a county commission meeting.
Okay.
That was back when it was here up here at the courthouse.
Yep.
And I went, and it just started interesting me about how the money is being spent and what have you. And so I believe Pat Brown was a commissioner then. I can't remember who else was at that time. I can't remember. And Pat, he lives down the road from me, and I just talked to him, and he was telling me different things, and so I just got involved, and then I ran for, like I say, the one term. And then the reason why I didn't run a second term is I tried to run for full offices, and then I got back into it in 2014, I guess it is, and I ran and got the seat I have now today. And I work with Scott Rubley. We're the two commissioners, and we work very well together. Scott, he's very, very smart. He's on the budget finance, and he's the chairman, and he's very smart. So we have a lot of conversations. We've accomplished a whole lot in the last 4 years. We've been able to get the mall. We've been able to rework the mall. The senior citizens is beautiful out there. We are now in the process of getting the new health department,
up and going.
That's going to be wonderful. And then this community room that we're going to get, is going to be great. We're going to, we have got the old National Guard Armory. We're letting the sheriff's department, they're using it for some storage and things right now, and things of that nature. And then the building behind it, which they used it as a garage, but we did the history back on it, and that was actually the first National Guard Armory that was built in Greenville. And it was a small building, and it had some offices in it, what have you. But it's just been used over the last 40 years, I'd say, maybe longer. It's just been used for storage. And we are going to revamp that building a little bit, and we're going to get some of our programs going at our jail with me working at the jail with the Sheriff Matheny. We started when Sheriff Myers was in the sheriff. We started in the NC3, which is a precision measurement training class. We got a grant, and we started teaching that. We got an instructor that he works with me, and he teaches that class, and it was going so well. We was men and women, and then whenever Sheriff Matheny come on board, he wanted to keep it going, and we did. Not only that, but we've added our welding. We've got welding out there. We have 2 virtual welders, and it's pretty cool to watch. You put your headset on like a virtual.
Walker did that at the fair.
That's right.
Yeah, he got a 97.
But see, we're teaching from that, and we have a good teacher. Michael Harris teaches that class. And then we have our construction class now that just got started about 6 weeks ago. Got a great teacher there. The students are working out in a building. I say students, the inmates are working out there, and they're learning how to measure and cut boards, and how to, I think they built some benches and maybe a dog house or 2. I can't remember, a few little things like that. And they're learning. I mean, we want to help them. We want to give them a hand up, and because when they get out, we want them to find a job,
And then they have that experience where they can say, well, granted, I've been in jail for 2 years, but during that 2 years, I was in a program that was certified by the county.
Well, it's involved with the county, but also TCAT has a little toehold on it as well. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do, which this is one we've been pushing for, I guess, a year and a half, maybe going on 2 years now, but that old building I was telling you about, we're going to turn that into an auto mechanics. Yes. And so I believe that's going to happen soon. We've been working hard. It's just when you're fooling with grants and different things, it comes slower.
Right. When you work with government, there's a lot of red tape, and it's turtle's pace, as I call it.
But one of the other problems that we're having is the building has and there again, I'm not a roofer, but it has a different style roof on it, and it's hard to find somebody that will replace that roof. Okay. And we've got to get that done. And then we're going to actually let our inmates go in there, and we're going to power wash the walls and clean it all up. And then it's kind of dark in there, but we're going to go in there and then spray paint it all bright and white, and then put new LED lighting. The TCAT school is going to help with tearing out the old offices, and then the TCAT electricity class is going to come in there and help us with the wiring, and then I think the construction class is going to build an office. And our hope is we'll get a couple of lifts in there. We've got a tire changer, a tire balancer, and that we can start letting our inmates take care of our county vehicles. We got 44 county vehicles just in the sheriff's department alone. Yeah. And changing the oil, rotating tires, changing tires, and we can buy tires on a government deal, we get them in bulk. We get them a lot cheaper.
Right.
But we can save a lot of money. The county, we can save a lot of taxpayers' money. Plus, the inmates are learning a trade. Just like as simple as oil changing. With these newer cars, they're harder, but they could get out of there and maybe get a job over here at one of these places, just changing oil.
Yeah. As simple as that.
And then, or just changing tires. And knowing how to balance them and that kind of thing. And we're going to work with that. So I hope by this time next year. I really hope by this time next year we're up and going. Yeah. We've already got an instructor, Earl McClung. He was the teacher at the high school. He taught all mechanics. He's retired, but he teaches. He is our adjunct, which is substitute at our school, and he's agreed to take that over. Mm-hmm. And so he'll be good at it. So a lot of good things going on, and then not only there, but our we're getting a lot of bridges that's been redone. We got one up in the Hills Creek area right now. I serve, like I say, on Highway Bridge. We're getting that done. Just a lot of things that are going on with the county, and I'm very proud. And I want to see it go through. And I hope that the people in the 8th District, we've done very well. I think that we've been good commissioners. We made good decisions. I think that we've made good decisions. Anybody that's ever called me. Especially, I've always tried to talk to them, meet with them. I'm a simple guy. They may tell me something and give me a different perspective of it, because, and I try to listen to people, when they call. People call me from as simple as we had a little incident where an ambulance went to pick somebody up and there was a hole. I don't really know how it come, but just coincidentally, the front tire of the ambulance kind of got off in it. Of course, he got out, and I just made a phone call to Levy and said, hey, this is kind of an unusual little deal. And they come up there and brought some and just fixed it up. It's just little things that we can get done. Yeah. Our Turner's Bend Road up there in our area is washed out when the floods came. Mm-hmm. We were able to get funding for that, and we have went in there, just finished we just finished it up about 2 weeks ago, which was the last of it. And they had to go in there and dig it all out and then, put this big, huge rocks, kind of like putting Legos in there. Yeah. That's the way I can describe it. And they have to build it up. And, we've got all that done. They're getting no tax money like that. So, our county is going very well. I think that we're moving in the right direction. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of people that they just can't believe, how well our county is going. Yeah. There's problems in counties around us, and I'm not talking about nobody, but they have problems. And theoretically, I'm not saying we're perfect by no means, but we don't really have no big major problems. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that there's not stuff that goes on. I'm just saying
y'all are just lucky with the problems that y'all do get compared to the other counties.
Yeah, and just like a lot of them, I have a friend that's a commissioner in White County. They go through a lot of stuff in White County, and he calls me a lot, and we talk and different things. But I think that we've got a good thing going. Mm-hmm. I like being a commissioner. It takes a lot of time for no more. You got to understand the pay is not the greatest.
No,
it's $265 a month, and you get $30 for your meetings. So don't do it for the income.
No.
Don't do it for the income. No. The way I look at it, it's kind of gas money.
Yeah.
And and that's okay. But you when you start, like me as a commissioner, when you get your packet of information or you're on your committees, you've got to research and do, and you've got to read a lot and look at different things, and you want to try to get things differently, and you want to make sure that you're spending the tax dollar money. Mm-hmm. The way that we, way I would spend it if it's coming out of my checkbook,
right.
And so that's why I try to think about it, Now, I'm not saying that we do everything, like I said a while ago, we don't do everything perfect, We've had some hiccups, what have you, but we've come a long way, mm-hmm. Lord. I mean, we've come a long way. Our sanitation department, I serve on that, is Josh is doing a great job. And then we just got that other grant where we're going to be able to hopefully put a baler in there to start baling cardboard, and that'll make us a little money. Different things like that, and that's all run with trustees from the jail. With nothing, no pay. So that's another good thing that's going on. Like I say, I didn't come up here with a list of things, but there is so much going on. I know there is so much going on that you know,
You just like to see it through.
I do, and I hope that the people in the 8th District, they've been good to me. I believe, I don't want to run again. Last time me and Scott, we ran unopposed. We didn't have no one, and I hope that people will let us go one more time. And then, like I say, after this, I'm going to I'd like to hand it over to somebody that's
respectfully retired.
Yeah, and I am. We're going to retire. Me and Neva, we hope that we get to travel a little bit, and we're gonna move around and kind of stay in the Pigeon Forge area, and then down in here we're gonna have some fun, and that's what you
you're
work
supposed
for.
to do.
That's what you work for, and I'm gonna retire from the school probably at some point in that, and so that kind of thing. I want to see the new build at the school, come through and work in there for a while, and but things is going good, and I hope that the people of the 8th District will reelect me, and let me still be the commissioner, because I feel like I'm one of 24, but I feel like that we're making the right choices, and so I just hope I get it.
And one thing I do want to say before I let Randy go that, a lot of people don't understand is when you go vote, whether it's 9th, 8th, 10th, 11th, or 12th district, whatever district you are, you have 2 votes, not 1 vote. Okay. A lot of people, there's a misconception. So when you go to the 2026 election, because I'm going to reiterate this every time we talk about election coming up, if you are voting for your county commissioners, you get 2 votes, not 1.
Now it says that when you're voting, it'll.
But some people don't read that. We've had talks about that. They think, Randy, I talked to Randy, so I'm just going to do my 1 vote, or I talked to Scott. That's my 1 vote. Now you get 2 votes because there's 2 seats for each district. So remember that.
That's right.
I need to reaffirm that, because a lot of people don't realize that. With that said, we're going to go cut to commercial break. Is there anything else before I let you go?
No, thank you for doing this.
You're
everybody
welcome.
On here, I think it's great. People need to say, and I always tell everybody, if you've got a question,
I have your number in Scott's.
I'm an open book. Call me anytime, or come see me at school, or heck far, we'll go get a cold drink together or something.
There you go. I love that. Well, guys, when we come back, we got another Super Tuesday guest. We got Bo Ramsey. He's running in the upcoming election for sheriff. And so we're going to talk to him and do some Q&As. And if you have any questions, like Randy said, call him. I can give you his number as well on the show. And then with taking this break, if you got any questions for Bo Ramsey as he's talking, we'll ask him those as well. But remember, Orange County, keep it first.
Count on the Get It Done Auction Company, the Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company. In business since 1991, they specialize in residential and commercial real estate with emphasis on farms and land. They can help you with estate settlements, business liquidations, and farm dispersals, including land, livestock, and equipment. Donald Hillis Realty and Auction Company, representing more and more families in estate auctions each and every day. Call 473-7774 or visit DonaldHillisRealty.com. Firm 2273.
At Reddick Brown Ford, we're all about serving our Ford and Lincoln family. Enjoy our unbeatable oil change specials. Just $34.95 up to 6 quarts for synthetic blends, and $119.95 up to 13 quarts for diesels. No appointment necessary. Plus, we offer convenient pickup and delivery services for everything from oil change to rapid repairs. Need battery replacements or wipers? We've got you covered with our mobile service.
Jonathan Beavers. I'm the new sales manager here at Reddick Brown Ford on Highway 55. I'm born and raised here my whole life. I'm very supportive and dedicated with over 10 years of automotive experience. Check out our expanding pre-owned inventory on our website or come drive by, and we'd also be happy to appraise your vehicle.
To check out our new service department. We have 2 new advisors, 1 new parts counter staff, and some fresh faces on our pickup and delivery team. We're excited to offer you even better service with our expanded team. Join the Reddick Brown Ford family today. Call or text us at 931-668-2177. Experience transparency and carefree service like never before. Your satisfaction is our priority. We want to be your #1 local go-to dealership.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535. Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. It is a beautiful Tuesday, and we want to say thanks again to our community weather sponsors, Reddick Brown Ford. Right now it is 54 degrees, but again, today's high is going to be 65, which is phenomenal. But tonight's low is going to be a chilling 35 degrees. Now, I will say this, even when the sun goes down and it gets cold and stuff, if you have an outdoor plant that you don't want to get any type of frost or cold or whatever, there are several ways to protect your plants. You can, put a family quilt over it. You can do a trash bag over it. You can even do a plastic trash can. Why does people keep honking? Or even put like industrial sized trash cans over your plants, depending on what they are. Or some people, like, master gardeners have said, you can bring them in if they're potted plants, but you got to be careful because it can shock them by different temperatures and stuff, especially if you have the heat going on at night. But with that said, thanks again for Bo Ramsey for accompanying. I was joking with him. I said, man, I feel like I need to have the Ramsey boys in here, after having his dad in here last week, which again, thanks to Pastor Jim for coming in and talking about all the upcoming stuff. I hope, do you know how successful that event went over the weekend by any chance?
I do not. I know he put a lot of time into it. He talks about it all the time, and he works hard on that. Yeah. That's something he puts a lot of time into.
So shameless plug on my part, every Saturday of November, if you need help with toys for this upcoming Christmas, every Saturday they're going to be at a different location. I think actually I still have the message from your dad because it's a different church each time. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Yes, I am. No, I need to type in your dad's name right first off. Jim Ramsey. There it is. Okay. So this weekend, November the 8th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., they're going to be at Three Rivers Baptist Church, which is located at 461 Friendship Drive in Rock Island. And then on November the 15th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., it's going to be at Northside Baptist Church at 1574 Yeager Road. And then November the 22nd is 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Gath Baptist Church on Smithville Highway. This last one they had was at Madison Street Baptist on Madison Street. And I remember your dad was saying that the goal was to kind of spread out the locations to hit out different folks. So there is no shame if you are in need of toys this Christmas, because I understand, whether you are affected by the government shutdown, whether you're affected by just, losing your job or your hours got shaved for some whatever reason, this is that time that things do happen. And this is why, one of the many things like Central Baptist Association does to help Toys for Tots. And I just think it's a phenomenal program. So again, so thankful for your dad and that group out there. Yes. But with that said, of course, Bo Ramsey, you are up for running up in this upcoming election as wanting to become the new sheriff. Now, this is not something that is new to you in your field. You have been in the police force for how many years now?
I've over 25 years now. Oh. I've got lots of experience. I started out there as a jailer under Jackie Matheny Sr.
Okay.
Worked all the different positions. I was a road officer, investigator, captain, major, all the way up to chief deputy under Tommy Myers.
Okay.
Which I got to see the full gambit of everything that goes on at the sheriff's department. I also wrote grants. I did the training. And for the Tennessee Meth Task Force, I was the site safety officer, which went around and certified other lab technicians to work meth labs.
Okay. So well experienced in what? Now, what kind of different thing? What's that difference that you do now that you've done now that the sheriff may do? What are some new added jobs that you may be having? Do you know?
Well, a lot of the things that just they'll be done different because I would put my own thoughts, my own ideas to that.
Yeah.
I believe in the community. I believe that there's things that we need to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I would like to see different is more interaction out in the outskirts of the county, where the pavement turns to gravel, the sun don't shine.
Yeah.
I'd like to see our officers out there. More community engagement. I'm a community-oriented police person that believes that they need to be out talking with the public.
Yeah, talking with the community,
Yes.
getting to know the areas.
Getting to know the areas, getting to know the people, because when these people talk to people, they're at their worst, whether it's the suspect, whether it's the victim, they're at the worst time of their life.
Yeah.
So I would like them to know the officers that they're going to be talking to through these engagements and everything that they have before.
So what are some things that, you kind of like talking about it, the changes you would make, the involvement with the community, like you've talked a little bit about it already. Is there anything else that you would like to see different?
There are some of it I'm still looking into, and I'll get into later as it goes. But that's the main core of everything is to turn to community orientated policing, treat people with humanity, be firm,
and fair,
and consistent. You can treat people with humanity and still be firm and fair.
I agree with that. And then another neat thing that, somebody made me aware of, and we kind of talked about it off here, you are going to be running as an independent.
That's
correct?
That's correct.
And why is that?
There's actually a couple of reasons. The first reason is I feel that as a sheriff, you have to be there for everybody within the community. You can't just be the Democrats, Republicans. You need to be there for everybody. Neutral. And so I'm running as independent so that I can be that person that's for everybody. Yeah. The second is it also gives me a little more time to get out there, shake hands, say, hello, this is me. This is what I want to do. Yeah. Give them a chance to actually talk to me.
And, and with that, with much respect, what are, I always want to know is what are your values?
I've got strong values. Like I said, 25 plus years out there. I believe in law enforcement. I believe in God.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get.
That's part of the reason why I'm sitting here today. Mm-hmm. It really tugged hard on my heart. I was retired, teaching scuba diving and everything, having a great time. And it just kept pulling me back. 25 plus years, it's hard to walk away from.
It is.
It's something that you do, and you have a service heart. Yeah. And it kept tugging on me. And upon the death of Tommy Myers, it tugged on me harder. And I talked to my wife about it. We had discussions, and it was one of those things we're going to kind of sit on the back burner and think about for a while. And I thought about it, and I prayed. I prayed. And, peace come over me, said, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. And once that peace came over me, I stepped. And I'm like, I don't know where it's going to take me or what's going to happen, but I feel like this is where I need to go. So I stepped in faith.
I love that. I love that.
And
go ahead.
No, okay. I believe that if I'm meant to be there, the good Lord will put me there, and if not, He'll show me the way.
And I know, like we are so early on talking with everybody because I know the election's not until, in May, I believe is right. Cinco de Mayo, yes. In May is the primary. But just correct me if I'm wrong. You're not, since you're running as an independent, they're not going to see you on the primary. It's going to be on the next the general election.
No,
correct.
They will not. It'll be for the early voting in the general election.
In the early election. Okay.
That's correct.
Because that's what I remembered about that. And a lot of people, if you're running as a Democrat or a Republican, you're going to see them on the ballots coming up in the in the, now I just forgot what I was going to say, the primary election. But if anybody's running on independence, because if you don't see your candidate, like if you don't see Bo Ramsey, if that's who you're voting for, you won't see him until the early election for the general
That's
election.
correct.
And so just to clarify that, because some people think that if you're on the primary, they're going to see you on the general, and that's not how it works.
Right.
When you decide to become a Democratic representative or a Republican one, you're only on that primary. And if you don't win the primary, you're not going to be put on the general. And that's, we're all about educating here. So, but if, for any final thoughts, on why people should vote for you.
I will give my all 110%. If anybody knows me, they know that that's how I put everything that I have into it. I believe in people. I believe that you got to have teamwork in order to do it. I can do a lot of things by myself, but I can do so much more with other people, and it takes that teamwork. I have, through the Marine Corps, I have had various billets that I've withheld, from platoon sergeant to squad leader, fire team leader. I mean, all those things, and know the different levels. My experience as being in law enforcement, from a jailer all the way up, I have experience of what they're going through and what they're doing. Yeah. So I feel like I can provide leadership along with an understanding of what they're going through. I'm very, I guess you would say, a student. I've always looking for things that I can do to improve myself. Part of the reason how I got into scuba diving.
I think that's so neat. I was like, I want to talk about scuba diving now.
Drones. I went and got a drone pilot license because I wanted to learn. Just everything. I'm always trying to better myself through education.
I always believe in you can never stop growing. If you stop growing, you're going to die.
That's correct.
And and I'm not saying physically, but just overall. And you there's always many opportunities to learn and grow.
Yes.
You just got to be open minded to it.
Yes.
I love that. And last question. I know you don't have anything coming up this year. Are you planning on doing any like town halls, meet and greets, any gatherings in the upcoming 2026 year?
I do. There's a bunch of things that I'd like to do. Main thing is get out and talk to the people. Yeah. I want them to know who I am and things that I would like to do.
And if they don't know you,
just get out there and talk to the people.
And do you have a Facebook page or any type of social media going on right now as well?
I do. It's Bo Ramsey for Sheriff 2026. I would love to have your vote and very much appreciate your support.
All right. I love it. And again, guys, if you have any questions for Bo Ramsey, you're welcome to ask us and we will call him and let him know. We are, one thing I forgot to mention when I had Randy on here, we are going to be hosting another meet and greet, I call it a shake and a howdy because it's very laid back with me when I do it. I'm just like, let's go. Tell me what you're here for,
Right.
And I always say, keep it clean. We're not being nasty on my show, but I always do a shake and howdy, and it will be once again at the detention center. Thanks again to Bernadette and them for letting me do this. My goal is to have as many candidates as possible show up and maybe do like, podiums and stuff this year, be watching for that, but that's not going to be until probably like right before early voting in the primary is my goal. But if you are wanting to run for any upcoming positions, I know the cutoff for getting your paperwork turned in is March, I think the 10th. It's that week of the 10th, like in that time frame. But again, and I know the paperwork I don't think is officially started until next December something. Yeah, that's right. So again, if you have any questions, always talk to Susie Davenport and the gang at the elections office. They are phenomenal in keeping up to how to do the how to do's, as I say it. And we will have her back on the show coming up sometime next month as well, before the paperwork starts going out, because I think it's very vital to understand that and more. Thank you for coming on my show today. Tell your daddy I said hey.
I will.
But guys, we're going to take another quick break for a word from our sponsors. But when we get back, we have more to come and a lot of upcoming events happening here in Warren County. So you want to stick around for that. But remember, Keep it first.
Dad had a vision in 1964 to start Ganton Bolden. Now it's Gateway Tire and Service Center. He wanted our customers to have the best products and service at a fair price. That was his motto then, and that still stands today. We promise to be upfront and honest with each and every customer. We'll never try to sell something that our customers doesn't need just to make a buck. If that's what makes us different from our competitors, well, we're just fine with that. Come see us today or give us a call at 931-815-9000.
Come join us at 110 East Main Street for a farm-to-table experience all year long. We offer gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free goodness that will leave you feeling energized and satisfied with every bite. Our small batch from-scratch menu bursts with juice, shots, smoothies, soups, wraps, and sandwiches, and more prepared daily to give you all the nutrients your body craves. We never add powder, sugars, or anything you can't pronounce, so don't miss out on this delicious, healthy opportunity. Swing by and indulge in some wholesome goodness today at 110 East Main Street, McMinnville, Tennessee.
Community Network Productions takes you inside each community with local interest stories, local music artists, and information.
With each show, the focus is the people and our beautiful community. With our creative team, we customize unique show ideas with our friends in the community. Our focus is you.
See each of our shows on all social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and at our website at www.communitytvtn.com.
Some call it Pioneer Country. Some call it Tree City.
Some call it the WC.
We call it home.
From the first showing to the final signature.
From downtown charm to wide open fields.
Warren County isn't just on the map, it's where dreams are made.
Because when you're buying or selling in the WC, you deserve someone who gets it.
Make my mom your winning choice for buying or selling real estate in the WC.
Let's make your next move your best move.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Welcome back to Warren First 931. I am your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. Guys, it has been a jam-packed day. I am so grateful and thankful for everybody that's been listening to the show. I'm also so grateful, I want to say again, thanks to Holly McBride and Randy England and Bo Ramsey coming in. I extend the invitation out to any of our county commissioners, our city official, our aldermans, anybody that is rerunning. I would love to have you on the show. And if you haven't heard from me yet personally, it's because I just haven't got there yet. I was trying to, I send out so many at a time. So the next ones will be coming up shortly. I do know that next week I do have on the agenda, and I want to make sure I get this date right. So we're not going to have anybody on the 11th because we are dedicating that to Veterans Day. But on the 18th, I will have Jackie Metheny Jr. He is the incumbent that is rerunning in this upcoming election for sheriff because, of course, if you don't know what incumbent means, that is the person that already has had the position and they're just rerunning. But we're going to have him on the 18th. So, again, make plans for that. Again, if you want to, I don't have anybody, I can tell you as I'm looking. I'm not going to do anybody on the 25th because I will be going out of town that week, unless you want to do a pre-record with me because I'm going to be doing pre-recorded shows through that time frame. But we're looking for people for the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th. So if you are an elected official already in and you're thinking about rerunning in this upcoming 2026 election, we would love to have you on the show. If not, I always say it's a simple yes or no. Some upcoming dates. Okay, so today is the 4th of November. I'm trying to see what we got going on. What is this? Oh, it's a double whammy. Okay, it's fine. For sure going on tonight, of course, is the Singo at Smooth Rapids at 7 p.m. Make sure you check out Jimmy and the gang for that. On Friday the 7th, we got a Friday night singing at 6 p.m. at Arlington Church of Christ. The Smart Assembly of God is hosting their annual craft fair on the 7th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then on the 8th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturday, November the 8th, this week, the Sports Card and Pokemon Show is going to be at 8 a.m. at the Warren County High School. We will be there live broadcasting our Pioneer Playbook there with hosted by Kason Nunley and his co-host Cody Darnell. Also, too, going on this week. Is also this week on the 6th. I almost forgot the big important night. This week is the big week, and I want to make sure I read it right to you guys. Well, they are calling it the Nurseryman's Bowl now. Doo-doo. I want to make sure I tell you right. I may have to call Melody. Yeah, so it is almost time. This Thursday at 7 p.m., it's the Nurseryman's Bowl versus Vikings. It's our Pioneer football team. It's their last game of the season, and I'm so grateful that they're bringing back Nurseryman's Bowl against the Vikings. And I want to say thanks to Security Federal Savings Bank and Bridgestone for bringing it back and being sponsors and presenting this. But it's Thursday night at 7 p.m. kickoff at Nunley Stadium. Now, they're saying everyone must purchase a bowl game ticket either on GoFan or cash at the regular gate for $10. So make sure you bring $10. And please note, whether you have a season pass, teacher pass, or student passes, they are not permitted for this special added event. So come out and support your team. I cannot wait to see, this is the first of many Nurseryman's Bowl, and I'm just so grateful that they're bringing it back. Be looking in next week's article, as we are going to do a front page cover of this, talking about the Nurseryman's Bowl and how the game went, as well as some of the past games that were here at the Warren County or at the Nunley Stadium back in the heyday. And then two, showcasing some pictures of, what the past awards that were presented, like with the pageants that they had back then. It's just, again, and I want to say thanks to Jackie Powers for hooking us up with all that info, because praise God, she keeps all her stuff. Another event that is going on, going back to November the 8th now, is they're going to have at Freedom Life Church a car, truck, and pro street car show starting at 9 a.m. The 4th annual Harvest Pageant is at 10 a.m. at the Warren County High School. They're going to be hosting at the Bernard Gym a Veterans Day luncheon at 1. Yachts Landing concert is going to be right behind us that Saturday at 7 p.m. And it's the first ever annual Baron Fork Brews Chili Cook-Off from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. And then Coats for the Community, hosted by the Junior Auxiliary, will be set up at the Westwood Church of Christ Gym from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Free coats and winter coats, accessories for the whole family. And, of course, it is the second Saturday of the month, which is the Downtown McMinnville's second Saturday event. Shop late and enjoy live music till 8 p.m. And then, of course, going back through next week, that Monday, November the 10th, as of right now, we have the teen recovery meeting from Freedom Life Church that they have every Monday at 6:30 p.m. And then next Tuesday is November the 11th, Veterans Day. And if there's any veterans programs that would love Warren First to come out and broadcast that live, please let me know. We would love to be a part of that and more. Let's see here. We're going to take one more quick break from a word from our sponsors, but when we get back, we're going to do wrapping some things up. Oh, I'm trying to remove you so I can keep up with what I'm doing. If you do have a birthday request, an anniversary request, or a prayer request, please let us know so we can add you to our list of prayers and prayer warriors. If you have an event that is coming up that you would love for us to talk about, please let me know that as well. Good morning, Tina from Our Coffee. Love you, mean it. Remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Bank has been serving the people of this region for 53 years, and we are fully committed to the people and the communities that place their trust in us. McMinnville in Warren County is just one of the 9 counties that we serve. With 4 convenient branch locations, along with 7 ATM and ITM locations, you can be assured that Citizens Tri-County Bank is close by. Committed to you and committed to the communities we serve. It truly is what makes Citizens Tri-County Bank the only community bank you'll ever need. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is David Moore with Supreme Building Products. We've been your one-stop shopping center for lumber and building supplies since 1963. We're a family-owned business and operated and proudly served Warren counties for over 50 years. At Supreme, it's not just about great prices, but it's about exceptional service. Our customers are what's always supreme. From lumber to roofing to plumbing and paint, we have everything you need to build your dream home from the ground up. Whether you're a contractor, a homeowner, or a weekend warrior, our knowledgeable staff is ready to assist you at our state-of-the-art drive-through lumberyard. Visit us, please, at the corner of Highway 70 and North Spring Street. There's something for everyone at Supreme Building Products, where quality and customers come first, and the coffee's always free. And always be sure to shop local. Call us, please, at 473-9564.
Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Your one-stop shop for all your building needs. From the showroom to the lumberyard, a builder's dream. Professional sales and a great location with your guaranteed satisfaction. Where we say the customer's always supreme. Supreme Building Products. Supreme Building Products.
Rise and shine, McMinnville. Treat yourself to delicious frozen and soft drinks in Sonic, perfect for those hot summer days. Whether it's lunch or dinner, let Sonic be your go-to stop to cool off and refuel during the summer rush. And don't miss our special drink offer available until 10 a.m. Start your day the right way. With so many flavors to choose from and the best sun drop in town, why go anywhere else? Drive into summer with Sonic in McMinnville.
Hey, this is Kevel at the Cafe at Tree City, and I'm happy to say that you can now order all of your favorite espresso drinks online for pickup or curbside delivery. And you can do that by getting on Google, searching the Cafe at Tree City and just clicking online order, or follow our social channels and click on the link in our profile. Come enjoy a drink with us inside for pickup or to go. Hope to see you all soon. Thanks.
Ready for the fall at Randall Walker Farms? We have pumpkins and delicious apples, corn stalks and straw, perfect for the seasonal celebrations.
And now it's the perfect time for planting. Come explore our selection and get your home ready.
Visit us today on Manchester Highway or call us 635-9535.
Randall Walker Farms, your destination for plants, pumpkins, apples, and more. That's Randall Walker Farms, 635-9535.
Kid, oh, my heart.
Welcome back, Ward First 931. I'm your host of the show. I have on the phone with me, on the phone in the Creme de la Creme Casa, Miss Melody Creme. Good morning.
Good morning.
To you. So I wanted to have Melody on if she would allow me, because I know she's so busy getting some photos. As much as she's like, man, I finally got one thing done, she's still got other stuff to do like me. But with that said, I wanted her to talk about, because we did do, I want to say thanks again to Miss McGee, Rachel McGee, for being a part of this community and being a part of keeping the community informed. She wrote an amazing article about the Short Play Festival. And unfortunately, I could not make that. I had like 2 other events I had to go to that day that intertwined. And I know, Melody, you went to the Short Play Festival. How was it? Because the pictures you sent me looked phenomenal.
Oh, it was so much fun. it was so much fun, and it really had a good turnout. And I got to tell you, my favorite play, and it had nothing to do with the fact that Aiden directed it.
Okay.
Let me start with this. So what this did is this opened up an opportunity for kids in the theater club to try their hands at directing. Some of them even wrote some of these scripts, and then also performing in these plays. And it also did improv. So they were outside the cafeteria, they were outside the auditorium, and then they were inside the auditorium. And while one thing's going on in the auditorium, there's something else going on out in the lobby. So it was kind of all over the place, and you could just move around. There were several times where there was improv going on. The audience did get involved. Let me tell you something. Those kids are really good at peer pressuring. I had no intention of getting involved in the scene, and I did it twice.
I love it.
Yes, but for those who don't know what improv is, this is my favorite part of acting. This is what Whose Line Is It Anyway is. And you just get up there, you have one small prompt, and you kind of just have to run with it.
Yeah.
One of the scenes I got drug into was the principal's office, and I actually ended up in this scene originally with Sky. Because what it does is you start with one person at the principal's desk and one person as the student that's trouble. And so I think the principal started. Yes, the principal started and start talking to you about what you did wrong. That you as the student have no idea where this is going. And you kind of have to play along and keep the scene going by the seat of your pants. It's so much fun, and it really challenges your brain to get into it. So it started with me and Sky Smith, and she was the principal and I was the student. And then Matta became the principal. Or maybe I did that wrong. Anyway, I ended up in a scene with Matta, who's in elementary school. Boy, she gave me a run for my money. I was hitting her the hardest curveballs.
Really?
She was hitting them right back. And I'm like, I was trying to throw her. And it was not working. Because I told her she was in trouble for flooding the bathrooms. And she's like, it wasn't me, it was Keisha. And I hit her back with, look here. We've told you before, you can't be blaming your invisible friend for things.
Oh, my God.
And thinking that would throw her off, she goes, well, she's standing right here. Why don't you talk to her about it? And I was like, wait a minute, what just happened? So it was so much fun. But one of my favorites was My Big Fat Greek Divorce. And they did it twice. Some of the plays they actually did twice. So if you missed it, because you were watching something else, you could come back and see it. But they ended up winning. You could vote on your favorite play by dollar amount, by donating money, and the one who won would do it again. So actually it got to be done 3 times. But what it was is it took place in a courtroom, and it was Zeus, who was played by Tage Moore. And Hera, his wife. It was like the reality show, the divorce court reality shows. It was set up like that, except it was Zeus and Hera.
Okay.
And Hera was played by Sarah Mark. I've never gotten to meet this child in my life. I absolutely adore her. She's got natural acting ability. But her brother, Noah Mark, was in Puffs with me. So I think it kind of runs in the family. But she did phenomenal. And the judge was played by Aaliyah Goodman. And she's done plays before, and so they're fighting back and forth about this, and the judge is like, how many children do you have? And Hera goes 400, and Zeus goes 401. I popped one out of my neck this morning.
Oh my God, what?
So hysterical. And then here comes Caroline in as their daughter Aphrodite, and she's like playing Aphrodite as this typical teenage valley girl. She comes in on the phone. She says, I think my dad's in some kind of game show or something. I probably need to go. Then she pulls out mascara out of her purse on stage and starts applying mascara.
Oh my gosh.
In the middle of these court proceedings. And it was so well done. So well done. Yeah. And like Miss McGee said, they had this happened on Saturday. They had one student drop out of it on Monday and another drop out on Wednesday. So they really had to scramble to make this work.
Mm.
And they did beautiful, and it was so well done. Everybody did a great job. I hope she does this again.
Yeah.
I hope we can get the community more involved with it. I mean, it was a good turnout, but I know there was a lot going on Saturday. But
there
really
was.
There could have been. It was enjoyable for everybody, you know.
Yeah,
yeah. And there's some kids out there that are interested in theater, but they're not sure where to start. And this would have been a great place for them, just to kind of see how all the different aspects, and maybe you could get involved in some of the improv games.
Okay, I love that. And then another thing, that I didn't get to hit up on that I know you did, because I know I just wanted to make sure to have you on specifically for this too, is Melody got to go downtown McMinnville on Friday night on Halloween and saw all the crazy spooks and ghouls and gals and more. So you had some phenomenal pictures, and I only had enough for 3. And so the ones that, of course, made it, which you were talking about, 2 of them already, or all 3 of them actually, it was the caterpillar, the porta potty.
Always get me. And there was a baby dressed up as the very hungry caterpillar.
Yes.
And the cutest costume. Absolutely loved it. Another one that I saw was there was a kid walking around, and his costume was he was in an outhouse.
Loved it. I absolutely loved it.
It was so creative and so funny. Mm-hmm. And then my third one was one of my band kids and one of my theater kids who are dating. Have been for several years, but it's Emma Coppinger and Charles. Oh my gosh,
it's Sydney from Wink.
Yes, it's Sydney from Wink, and his dad plays in the August Lowe's band as the drummer. But
Dave's Candles.
Yes, and Dave's Candles. Multiple things.
Yeah.
And Charles is just as talented. He plays in our band. He also did theater. He did pubs. That's how I got to know him. And Emma, they were both in pubs. And she's a whole vibe. She cracks me up. But they were downtown, and I didn't know what was going on with the costume until I asked for a picture, and they got into position. And what it was is that he was the puppeteer, and she was the puppet. So she literally had strings on her hand, and she was like a marionette puppet.
I love it.
When it's controlled with strings. And I'm like, how creative was that?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's such a simple costume.
Yeah.
But again, it's just thinking outside the box, you know?
I agree 100%. And I was thinking, bless Charles's heart, I would have got PVC pipe or something. And, because that was like, it was just well thought out. I've loved it.
It was. It was. I mean, because, the marionette thing is made out of wood. I mean,
they went all. They went extra.
Yeah, they made it authentic, and I applaud them for that.
Yeah.
That was it. They were so many people downtown. I used to do this with Heritage Alliance. I used to hand out candy on behalf of Heritage Alliance. And so I know for a fact it's at least 1,500 kids that come through there.
Yeah.
It is mass chaos. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
I applaud the city for finally shutting down the streets because they didn't used to do that. And it's so scary. And this just gives the kids a really great, safe way to trick or treat.
100%. And it's during the daylight, where you can be seen a lot easier instead of at night. Because I will say, when I was going around in my mom's neighborhood that evening, a lot of kids did not have like the bright colored clothing or like at least, like a something like a reflectors on, which really scared me.
That was such a big thing back in the 80s. They would hand out these reflectors or glow sticks and stuff because some of these costumes are very, very dark.
Well, let me tell you, next year in my mom's neighborhood, Warren First 931 will be handing out glow sticks and stuff because kids need, and I'm going to duct tape it to the back of their costumes. So,
it does. You can't see them.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to tell you the other favorite costume that two other favorite costumes that did not make the cut is there were 2 girls running around downtown dressed as the Rocks and Peaches from A League of Their Own.
Oh my gosh. Love that.
I know. I sent you that picture. It was one of them that didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was one of those if you know things.
Yeah.
And I was like, how creative.
Yes.
I just love that. Even their Halloween buckets were baseballs, and I love that. The hamburger was running around downtown, which is another obsolete reference.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do these kids even know who the hamburger is? I mean, that was great. So
Thank you, TikTok and YouTube and Instagram, for keeping the nostalgia alive for people like me and Melody.
Right?
Yes, I totally agree. Anything else?
Nolan Main was Willie Nelson. And it took me a second to realize who that was. But yeah, it was just a lot of things going on. We had the whole Little Mermaid family down there. The King Titan was down there. Thanks a lot, guys. I will get those pictures up as soon as I can. I'm still working on getting the finger on.
Yeah. I think that all the photos I've seen so far are phenomenal. I don't even think you need to edit them. I think you need to just post them, girl, because Halloween is the...
just editing. It's me going through them to get the best ones.
I got you.
But yeah, I ended up at the courthouse, or downtown near the courthouse, 3 times on Friday. Ryan Moore goes, "You coming down here?" I'm like, what keeps happening? So
yeah, I love if you've not seen all the photos, videos, reels, or more that, especially at the courthouse where the car washes was in front of the Ryan J. Moore's office. They were at the high school, and then it went from the high school to the courthouse. I thought it was amazing.
That was the office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that wasn't what, so kind of was, because it was Ryan's wife that was part of the car wash.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay. I thought they were traveling around. Okay.
But yeah, it was so good. I got to tell you, a very quick story, side story. So as you know, my son is a student at MTSU, and I'm on the phone with Friday before I had downtown. I was out heading downtown, and we're talking about serious stuff. We're talking about him meeting with his RA to get a schedule for next year. We're talking about FAFSA and all of this. And smack in the middle of a conversation, mid-sentence, my son goes, "Jesus on a skateboard." And I was like, "Excuse me, what?"
Say what?
I was like, "Do you need to go to the clinic? What's going on? Are you okay?" He goes, "No, everybody's running around campus dressed in costume, and Jesus just went by on a skateboard."
You're kidding. I love that.
Somebody at MTSU dressed as Jesus and was skateboarding through campus, which I kind of loved,
Yeah.
I remember going to those trick-or-treats at churches, and you had to dress as biblical characters. Mom always made me an angel. But, yeah.
God love it.
We had some great costumes this year. I mean, just all around. Really
Around homemade. The best thing I thought this year, and I don't want to take any credit away from the folks that found cool costumes that they bought, but the homemade costumes this year knocked it out of the park for me.
Yes.
Any homemade one.
I did not get a chance to get mine made. I had the best one. I may just have to do it next year, but I mean, it would have required David making a shirt for me, and we just didn't have time.
Right.
But mine was to carry around pom-poms, and my shirt says "Go Ceiling Go," and I'm a ceiling fan.
Oh my gosh, that would have been great.
I know, and I just didn't have the time to get it together. So, I mean, with the wedding and everything.
Well, if anybody ever needs last minute costumes, I kid you not, next year my goal is to have a special in studio guest, whether it's on the phone or in person. I'm not going to tell you her name because I don't want nobody to snag her, but between her and her mom, they come up with quick last minute costumes that are phenomenal.
Yes.
And when I say, I'll give you one example because it was hysterical. So one costume that she had to help somebody, it was a spice rack. Now, what I'm about to tell you, because it is, I think it's still appropriate, but they had a t-shirt on, and outside their t-shirt, they wore a sports bra or a regular bra, and they got spices and they stuck it in, and they were a spice rack.
See, and I love that.
Like any last minute costume. When she told me that one and she showed me the picture, I laughed hysterically. I was like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought that. You know?
I'll tell you another good one that one year I went to the paint store and got paint swatches that were all in shades of gray.
Yes.
And then
50 Shades of Grey.
I already, my shirt. Yeah,
yes.
50 Shades of Grey. One of the other ones that I've got in my homemade costume reserve is just put a trash bag on and then glue different pictures of M&M all over you through the years, and go as a bag of M&Ms.
I love that.
And then my favorite that my mom did one year, understand, guys, sweatsuits were like the big thing back in the day. And she had a light blue sweatsuit, matching top and bottom, and she glued cotton balls all over her. And she had a water gun. And people would come up and go, "What are you?" And she'd say, "Cloudy with a chance of showers," and then she'd squirt them with a water gun.
Oh my gosh.
And I would love to recreate that one year.
I think you will.
When Matt was like 2 or 3 and we was Poe, I put him in a little sweatsuit, and I am not a sewer, but I just sewed a couple of different socks onto the front of him, and then we took face paint and put lint on his face, and he went as the sock monster that steals your socks out of your dryer.
Oh my gosh. And you could even call that, the lost souls. That's what I would call it. I'm the keeper of the lost souls.
I kept that costume. It's downstairs with his stuff somewhere.
I think next year we should just do that instead of buying costumes. I'm just going to be like, anybody got a costume? Let's go. I want to wear it next year.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun. But no, it's always a pleasure having Melody on, as I know we're getting closer to time. I want to remind everybody, if you have an event going on or if you want to know what's going on, please text me at 931-369-3050 and type in calendar. And I'm going to ask you, do you want to add your event or, just be a look-see? We have a holiday event calendar roaming right now. We have over 50 people actually subscribed to the list right now. And that includes the people that I've emailed that are adding events as I speak. If you want a copy of that, if you don't want to be a subscriber, please let me know. Me and Melody's goal that when we created this PDF file of a holiday event calendar, we want it to trickle into 2026. So if you are a nonprofit, a civic group, a business, anybody that watches this show or lives here in Warren County, and you have an event that you want the public to know about, please get yourself added to this calendar or let us know about the event ahead of time. Because our thing is, for example, the events that are coming up, this is a prime example. November the 8th, we have 8 events going on November the 8th. I would love for somebody to be like, hey, let's plan an event in 2026. Oh, well, let's go to, the Warren First Community Calendar and see what's on that date. If you don't see anything on it, great. But if you see 8 events on there and you can plan ahead, you'll be like, hey, guys, November the 8th is slammed. Let's pick a different date. That's my end game on that. And if you don't know your event's coming up yet, or you do, please, 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 please look to Warren First to get this event added to our community calendar. I want this to be the community hub for everything and all things Warren County that's going on, because we are that's one thing I hear in our community, and I know Melody hears it too, that we are lacking, that we don't have like one place to see everything that's going on ahead of time, so we know if we can plan accordingly. And that's what I'm hearing from all these nonprofits.
And the one thing that I have fought for years, every organization that I worked for, that I really, truly fought for, was a community calendar. My ultimate goal is to have these calendars, to have then each month, then to get printed out and handed to our downtown businesses. So people that come in and visit, see what all we've got going on, and they might come back.
Right.
But, as much as I tried, nobody was doing it. We were the first to do it, And I think it's just so important to have that.
I agree. And, to add to that, I don't know if this is before you moved here back in the day, but we used to have, when I was like Walker and Randy Jane's age, there was always an event hosted. I don't know if it was by the Chamber of Commerce or whoever, and all the nonprofits at the time would get together and gather in this room and talk about their upcoming events and work it out through the calendar to figure it out. And I know at that time we might only had 30 or less organizations compared to what we have now, but it's very, if we could do that again, because I've hosted events at the Chamber of Commerce and asked people to come, but it would be so amazing if you have to have that event, say it's November the 8th, that instead of working against each other, we can work together and go, and make it work where we're all benefiting together. And,
and that's one thing that I would hear, and I worked with a lot of nonprofits.
Yeah.
The one thing I would hear is I was like, we've got, they were planning an event. I'm like, there's another event going on. Well, those people wouldn't come to our event anyway. Those aren't our types of people. You don't know that.
No, you don't. No, you don't. And that's exactly correct.
Any idea. So, yeah, just give it a try.
Give it a try. Melody. Go ahead.
Real quick, I'm sorry. One other thing I did want to talk about, speaking of events, the ladies of Caring Hearts United are hard at work right now at the mall trying to get everything set up for their event, Wonderland of Trees. This is the 15th year. And this is going on all next week at the 3-Star Mall. Guys, they are in desperate need of volunteers. So if you have a little bit of time in the mornings or in the afternoons and you can get out there and help them, please do so. You can go on to their Facebook page, Caring Hearts United, and they have a post on there about needing volunteers, or you can just directly email them at caringheartsunited@yahoo.com. Say, hey, what do you need help? How can I help you? And they will be so grateful for that. And even if you can't get down there to help, at least stop by next week. Look at the trees. These are all fully decorated. This is their biggest fundraiser. They're fully decorated. You can bid on the trees. When the event is over, if you've won the tree, they'll just saran wrap the trees, fully decorated.
Fully
you get
decorated.
To take it home. That Christmas. It's so easy, but there's giveaways. There's a Christmas store. There's a bake shop. There's nightly entertainment. I don't know what the entertainment schedule is. I don't think they're doing trivia or the karaoke this year. That was normally my thing, and guys, I stepped down this year. Sorry.
So many things going on. We're so busy.
I know, but there's lots of other things that are going on. So make sure to stop. And this is a week earlier than it normally is, which is why I wanted to make sure that you guys know. They are doing it a whole week earlier than they have been in the past. So, but no, definitely just go out, support these ladies, help. It all goes to help hospice patients in our area, which, like I like to remind people, hospice isn't just elderly. It can be any age. We never know.
And we said that on Monday's show as well. And it's something that we need to reiterate over and over, because we've had the ladies on the show in the past, and they talked about how they can help. They've helped people as young as 10 years old.
Yeah.
So it just, again, hospice is no stranger to any age.
Right. Exactly.
Anything else before I let you go and end the show?
No, I think that's it. I'm going to go back to trying to get senior walk pictures up and getting this house ready. I've got the youth group coming over tomorrow.
That's right.
They're going to be fixing. This is middle school age youth group, but they're coming over here and they're going to be fixing meals for the homeless, and I cannot wait.
I think that's so great.
I know.
If anybody has any questions about anything that was on the show today, please feel free and message me at 369-3050. But it has been a phenomenal show. Thanks again to Holly McBride with McMinnville Special Games. Thanks to, I love her too. Thanks to Randy England as well. And of course, Bo Ramsey. Remember, next Tuesday, we are going to skip Super Tuesday and dedicate that to Veterans Day only. I do know I'm excited. That's one thing I did want to mention that we just got notified on yesterday, and I was talking with my girl Melody about it, and then I'll end the show on that note. We had Shelly Miller come on our show last week or week or two ago, and she was talking about the upcoming, and now I'm not going to be able, am I going to be, here it is, the veterans calendar that she does, which if y'all have not seen the veterans calendar, definitely need to see that. It's a phenomenal thing that she does. And
that's what he was talking about.
Yeah, so we are going to be broadcasting the Veterans Day event. It's on November. There's 2 events actually happening on that day, FYI. So November the 9th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. At the Chamber of Commerce, Miller Photography is hosting their 2026 Veterans Calendar signing. So anybody that was on the calendar, all those veterans, those 13 vets, will be there at the Chamber of Commerce where you can buy your calendar and get them signed. We will be there videotaping that live. And we were actually as well one of the lucky few that became sponsors to this calendar. I think it's an amazing thing. She's done this since 2017. But alongside with that, before this event starts at 2 p.m. at the Park Theater, they're going to be having their Veterans Day event. Okay? So make sure you go to that first. And then once that's done, you go right over to Chamber of Commerce and to their and get a calendar and get your calendar signed by each vet that made that calendar. Because there's calendar, like I said, she's been doing this since 2017, and she does veterans signings every calendar. Because unfortunately, we're not meant to live here, we're not meant to live forever. And when you see the past calendars, we've lost a lot of veterans. They have passed away and went to a better place. So
I had gotten that one year years ago,
mm-hmm.
and then I couldn't remember who I got it from or how to get it. So I'm so grateful that I now know how to do that again.
Now you know, and you can let Mr. Clark know. Invite him. The whole media is welcome to attend this event. I really, when it comes to our vets, they're one of many, but when it comes to our vets, this is a time where we don't need to honor them just on specific days. If you see somebody and you need to thank them immediately because they don't get paid enough or or enough recognition of the services that they provided. We lost a lot of people in these past wars that we've had to sacrifice for our freedoms that we have today. And, but again, I could go, but I'm saving that spiel for next Tuesday. But guys, with that, I hope you've enjoyed the show. Take care. God bless. I love each and every one of you. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for all my amazing comments, of course, from Melody Krim, Stacy Hart, Tina from Our Coffee, Retha Muncie, and Derek Coates. Good morning, buddy. Y'all have been amazing this morning. Take care. God bless. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.